But when it comes to building something, I think that your number one goal should be contribute something amazing, and from there, the business side of it should fall into place. If you're able to make something that kind of changes the paradigm of whatever industry you're in, the success of it will follow, right? There's been very few people who've created extremely innovative technology or have sort of created a paradigm shift in whatever industry they're in who haven't been able to leverage that towards success.
Well, that is true. And one of the sentiments that you've mentioned, we had a guest, Philip Zentner, and he was very convinced on the fact that when you build, you should focus on one narrative and you should not chase whatever is the hottest thing right now on the market. So I guess you would feel the same way, right? That was his advice actually to the founders that were just starting, to kind of stay in your lane and define what it is, stay in your lane, and do not try to pivot once there is new narrative in the market. So you would
For sure.
say much the same
Yeah, I
thing,
mean, you
right?
have to have conviction about what you're doing. I think that one of my strengths as a trader has been historically identifying narratives and trying to sort of skate where the puck is going, to use a hockey analogy. You
Mhm.
know, find the narrative before other people do, and then you have edge in the market. And I think the same thing goes for, and you have to have conviction in that as well, because I've seen over the time, okay, just even on Bitcoin alone, right? My conviction was first investing, then obviously next is building programmability and Bitcoin DeFi specifically. Um, Over the course of the past 3 years that we've been building, there have been a ton of new narratives that have emerged on Bitcoin. One would be DATs, right? DATs
Mhm.
have, a lot of them have spectacularly failed. Um, Another one would be Bitcoin layer twos as a viable solution. I personally was very bearish on them. The market proved me right. There hasn't been a successful Bitcoin layer two, and the majority of them that have launched over the course of the past couple of years have utterly failed. And so, if we decided to pivot towards that direction at any point in time, even within sort of the narrative scope that we were having, if we were to lose conviction in our original protocol design, our original sort of
Mhm.
uh, in our original narrative that we were trying to create, we would have failed spectacularly, just like the majority of people who were coming up and then failing during that period of time. And then what at the end of the day, what emerges from that is if you've built something that can have that sort of impact, if you're able to have conviction in your the narrative that you yourself have created, then you build a product that you think does, it doesn't matter what time in the market it is. If it's something that is innovative and can really have a lot of impact, it'll speak for itself.